I might have lost that last clip. Anyway, I was going to talk about the weather. So, it is currently 18 degrees. It feels like it's 10 degrees. We ain't got much of a wind. That's a good thing. Because if the wind's slow, it's like 5 miles an hour right now. And the lower the wind, the easier I can hold heat. But the forecast, if this camera doesn't shut off again, today's low is 9 degrees. And then 9 degrees tomorrow. Friday is minus 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Saturday is minus 17 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, that's scary. I wonder what the winds are like then. 17 below, 10 to 15 mile an hour winds, so that's going to create some wind chill stuff. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of scary. 17 below coming. So anyway, yeah, that's the kind of temperatures I'm worrying about. 10 below, 17 below, lots of wind. I got some blankets, that's good. So, but I hope it doesn't get too cold in here because I don't want my food to freeze and stuff. I got some canned food. I've been trying to focus on eating some of the canned food and stuff just in case I can't keep diesel in this and it's going to start freezing. I've been trying to eat stuff that before it would freeze so it doesn't get bad, dry stuff for that because I got bottled water yet, so if it's anything that's dried that won't freeze or something like that, then I ain't gonna worry about it, And if bread and peanut butter and stuff, that I don't have to worry about that stuff. I don't have to cook it because if I don't have propane for the stove, I can make a sandwich. So anything that I gotta cook or that could freeze, I've been trying to eat that stuff first, so later it ain't like frozen and I can't eat it. Whereas, bread and peanut butter, I can at least put the peanut butter jar underneath the blankets with me to kind of warm it up so it ain't frozen solid. And then the bread, well, actually you'll be able to spread the peanut butter on the bread easier if it's kind of frozen a little, because that way it won't be so squishy terry. But anyway, it is what it is. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff I'm stressing about, and I shouldn't, because worrying and stressing doesn't solve anything. It's wasted energy. But we're human beings, and I'm a human being, so I can't help it worry and stress sometimes. It's one of the things I was debating with God about tonight, is that if you just please at least change part of my situation with financial abundance or that. So whether it's me getting a job, so I can get income coming in that way, my unemployment goes through, which that's sounding real negative, so that sucks. But I ain't giving up just because it sounds negative. I ain't stopping. I'm going to try, because if I don't try, I don't get it for sure. And then this probate, the state court deal with my brother and stuff. I don't know how that's going to turn out, and that ain't nothing's going to happen real soon. I know that because I got more attorneys working on stuff and that. But and for all I know, my brother could already blew it all away, and figured, well, they can't get blood out of her turnip, but that's true, but doesn't mean they won't put him in jail. I don't want that to happen to him. I mean, he should have consequences for his actions, but to not settle the estate and me not getting one penny, and I took care of my parents for the last 20 years of their life or whatever, and he had disowned and long gone for all those years. I don't know, it's just sad. So this is some of the stuff I'm dealing with, and I was trying not to talk about that stuff, but I guess I need to vent it out. I don't know. There's other stuff too, but I gotta get off the subject. I gotta think about something different. Anyway, thanks for listening to me vent. I'm sad. It's sorry that I have a couple venting videos in a row, but it's because I'm filming them in the same night. So I should think of something, turn this to a positive before I say goodbye or something, or go to the next clip. Let me think. Well, I'm back, stable in town for the night. That camper over there, that's the guy I helped earlier, and when he was actually parked over there. So, seeing as he's not over there no more, they might have got it running. So that's a good thing, a good sign, hopefully. And hopefully he did get it running. And it's nice to see him over there because he was over here. So hopefully that all worked out well for him. Anyway, that's a good thing. He's a really good guy. I liked him. I liked him a lot. And I can't wait to share. I'm going to have to film the rock he gave me yet, so I can put that in with the story for the earlier clips. And then I got a picture of a selfie with me and him together. He's in his camper and I'm standing outside the door, and just kind of got a good shot of us both. He didn't want to be on film though, and I didn't ask him. I just asked him if he was camera shy, and already he was like, you know, what do you mean? What are you talking about? You know, and I said, I was just wondering, you know, I was thinking about getting a picture of you and me together, so I got a face to show my family when I tell them the story of meeting you, you know. And it's nice when people let me do that, at least get a picture of me and them together, because all the people I talk to, when I'm telling these different stories of how I met them and the different experiences and stuff, I can show a face with it, so they can see it in their mind more, you know, rather than just imagining the person on their own. Because I don't know if I really describe people when I'm telling stories about who I meet. I don't say, you know, well, he was about this tall and weighed about this much and had a beard, and, you know, I don't get into all that. You know, I just tell the story about, you know, this guy I met, he's really cool, this is what he said, he had carved rocks and canes and, you know, blah, 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 you know. But, so that was a really good part of the day earlier today. But when I woke up this morning, yeah, I was feeling pretty sad. And that's happened to me the last couple of days now. We're getting up in the morning has been really tough, and I just wanted to go back to sleep and hide. But I just told myself, nope, Darren, get up, get moving, get something done. You know, I try to, when I'm going through tough times, I try to get at least one thing done a day, just so I feel motivated, like I'm accomplishing something. But this time it's been really different with the situation I'm in the camper and not having money and stuff. And as much as I want to accomplish stuff, even like going to the library, at least that's the library, like from here, I don't know how many miles it is to the library from here. I'll have to check it later, but I'm gonna guess it's like maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 miles to the library from here or something, maybe. Because this is kind of a rural area. This isn't like the heart of the city where everything's close to each other and stuff, you know. It's in the outskirts of the city, north of the Twin Cities. But the library, as much as I don't want to burn fuel, the library is a good place for me to go. On the weekdays, they're open from like 9:30 in the morning till 8 at night. And also the community service center that's there is where I went and applied for food help and stuff. That was hard too. It's hard for me to apply for that stuff, but, you know, what else can I do? I don't want to starve either. And but that's all in that building, so that's kind of convenient. Plus, with all the cold weather and stuff coming here, if I go there, I can turn my furnace way down to like 50 degrees or something like that. So it's not burning as much diesel during the day, and I can be in the library while I'm still warm enough. They have the internet there, so then I can edit videos, upload these videos. You know, I got my tablet with me while I got my laptop up, and I'm like, so I'll like watch some stuff on YouTube while I'm editing and working. So like if my computer's processing something, then I'll start watching a video and keep an eye on it. And once it's done processing, where I can put in another clip or something, then I'll pause that, and, you know, so that's what I do. And that helps days go by. That's helped me not go stir crazy and lose my mind, because it's kept me busy. So I've been staying busy that way. But you know, each time you run to do this stuff, and you got to start. When you don't get sun, my solar panels aren't charging my house batteries, so then I got to at least run the engine a little bit too, because when the engine's running, that helps charge the house batteries. So then it's like I'm getting two things for once if I'm heading to the library. Well, that's good, because then it'll charge the batteries on the way, so then I can kind of not verify, what's the word, justify going, because the things I get out of the library, saving a little heat when I'm inside there, keeps me busy and gets me out of the camper, and I will get to charge my batteries a little bit on the run there, you know. So it kind of weighs out good. Otherwise, I'd rather just sit still. As long as my batteries are full, I'd rather wait until I have to go, so I'm not burning fuel, you know, because, you know, every time I got to figure out how I'm going to get more fuel or something, you know. And luckily, I've had people help me and stuff. I just cannot believe that I've survived this long and that I'm still surviving. You know, and it's not worse. I mean, it's pretty bad, losing my storage units and stuff. I mean, I haven't lost them yet, but it's looking pretty much like it. I'm 3 months behind on them now. You know, paid them up until I had no more money. You know, and I'm glad that I put over $5,000 into the camper while I still had money, to make sure I was less likely to break down. You know, even though the fuel pump went up, I didn't put a new fuel pump in it. I didn't plan on that going on, but it did, and luckily I got help with that. So I'm going further into debt. I'm losing stuff. My whole life is getting lost and taken away, but I still love God. I know there's a reason for it. I know it's going to get better. I still feel very beat up, and I don't know if I feel let down, disappointed, and all that stuff, because I believe that there's a reason for it, you know. But I can tell you it sucks. So, you know, but I gotta get off this negative stuff. I gotta start thinking positive. I don't know. I'm having a hard time staying on the positive tip tonight, you know. Oh, positive, Darren. So I'm just gonna be thankful that, you know, I'm still breathing and living, and that I've got a journey ahead of me, you know. Sure wish a briefcase of cash would just drop out of the sky with a note on it that says, "Here you go, Darren." A little parachute coming down, kind of like one of those cases from Deal or No Deal or something. I'm having fun imagining now. I'm dreaming. I'm really dreaming. God, that would be amazing. Because if it had a note on it that said, "Here you go, Darren," well, then I'd feel pretty easy about it, you know. But if it was just a briefcase full of cash, well, then that'd be a dilemma, because then I'd be like, who does this belong to? How do I get it to him without some other person trying to claim it when it ain't theirs or something, you know? But I'd want to get back to the rightful person, you know. But if there was no rightful person to claim it, well, then I'd want to claim it, you know. But I want to do what's right first. It's one thing that's amazing about my life, and I can say, I have to get on a negative tip, but when I look at my siblings, throughout our whole lives growing up, I haven't always been, you know, some angel or something, you know, because I've made my mistakes in life too. But I've always tried to do what's right, even when it's not easy. You know, even when it's not what I want. I've tried to always choose what's right, even if I didn't like it, you know. And my siblings don't do that. They're too inside of themselves, you know. And one thing my karate master liked about me, he could see that I was outside of myself. And when he first said that to me, I was like, "What do you mean outside myself?" You know. But I get it now, you know. It's, you know, instead of being selfish or me kind of stuff, you know, you're outside of yourself, not thinking of yourself. You're thinking about the world or your surroundings and all that kind of stuff, you know. And that's important, you know. You know, and I know I've helped. God, I don't even know how many thousands of people in the 57 years of my life that have helped in so many different ways. And people have helped me too, you know. I'm trying to say I'm Mr. Awesome, but guess what? I am. Oh, I hope somebody likes my humor. So, yeah, I definitely am getting a little more used to the camera. I'm liking that. Because the more my humor and my naturalness can come out, the better these videos will get. But, what time is it anyway? What do I got here? Well, that's a whole nother video already. Well, hope you liked listening to me rant. God bless you. Lord, you take good care of this person watching and help brighten their day more and more and put smiles on their face and just bring joy and happiness and abundance around them. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. God bless. Okay, something I wanted to show here. These are 4 packs of propane that are $18, and see how they have the 4-pack. Let's see. There's the 4-pack thing. And then see the barcode number on it. Well, the 2 packs are 9 something, and the 2 packs look like this. Yep. But if you see one that's like this, that's cut, that's a 2-pack. You'll see that it's got the 2-pack, normal 2-pack has that barcode number, and this one has the same number as the 4-pack. So if you were to buy this 2-pack, that would cost you $18. So to my viewers out there, watch out for that. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that made sense.